I am Kendra Foster. I'm a little lady from a small town called Tallahassee, Florida. I have a wide range of influences from Sarah Vaughan, Belita Woods, and Sade to Parliament Funkadelic, Stevie Wonder, Bjork, and many more that I haven't mentioned. So while attending school in my hometown of Tallahassee, Florida, at Florida A&M University, little did I know that the mothership would land, scoop me up, and launch me to my dreams. Since I flew off with the mothership, I have been very blessed to appear on award shows, on late night TV shows, commercials, red carpets. I have been to every continent except Antarctica. I have written for George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic and now officially become a part of their historically immense catalog. And I've also been blessed to co-write songs for Sunshine Anderson, Mark Ronson, my own project of course, and now currently D'Angelo, which is another dream come true. My album will be 10 songs, built and powered by catharticism. Me moving through my experiences, using my art as an outlet to process the emotions derived from these experiences. In my quest to touch people and to provide them with the same outlet, I would like to think that the material in this album is universal. We all get our heart broke at least once. We all fall in love at least once. Most of us experience tragedy and bliss, and sometimes we all need a push. I already have 10 songs written, lyrics.
They sound like the shit that I'm used to you doing.
Through writing this album or creating the lyrics, I was sometimes worried about being preachy, but a lot of the songs in which I feel that way, they were simply a talk with myself. Sonically, this album is multi-dimensional like me. Try to throw everything in the pot that I can. Jazz, gospel, good old-fashioned soul. There's undertones of hip-hop, hints of pop, world music, electronica, because I've always loved to take my listener on a journey to different places. And this album will definitely reflect that sentiment.
So you need to go on out to define yourself since you're doing it independently. All we got is each other and all the friends you know that you work with, you know, and ourselves and your talent. That's what you got, you presenting. And I'm saying it's qualified.
Thank you, sir.
You know the shit is qualified, but P-Funk, D'Angelo, that's a hell of a resume there, okay? Trust me. That ain't no shabby resume.
Oh, no, sir.
I just know that I rely on that same thing I've always relied on, and that if it hit me with that funk feeling, it's there. And she's got that space really covered. And when people hear it, they say, who's that? And no matter what kind of song she's singing, that's Kendra Foster. I mean, what do you want to call it? I mean, I know her heart is in jazz, but she got very excellent taste outside of that.
The co-writer, producer of this project, Kelvin Wooten, is the man. I'm so blessed for Kelvin Wooten to be working with me. He is the other half of the sound of this album. His resume is a mile long, though his skills and talents speak for themselves. He has composed and produced for Raphael Sadiq, Jill Scott, Mary J. Blige, Anthony Hamilton, Joy, Earth, Wind and Fire, the list goes on and on. And though he is extremely talented, he is extremely humble, even though he can probably play every instrument in the rhythm section. I always love to work with Calvin Wooten because he's not afraid to try new things musically or to go anywhere that we can go and expand and change and fly. This album will differ from any one identity that I've been in the public eye. Many people know me to tour with P-Funk and to have what they would call a funky sound, but this is not just only reminiscent of my influence from P-Funk. This is a little bit of P-Funk. This is a little bit of time I've spent in the jazz world. This is going back from time that I've spent growing up in the church singing. There are elements of everything. This album even has a slight pop element that I don't think people would readily expect from me. And this album pulls from all the places that I've been and all the identities that I guess I've obtained.
People are trying to get in touch with you or trying to keep up with all things Kendra. How can we be in touch with you beyond this Kickstarter?
Please come hang out with me and Twitter and Instagram are at MZ Kendra Foster. Ms. Kendra Foster.